Okay, so this video here is going to be about accepting yourself and why you can't accept other things. Okay, so let's look at this from the perspective of maybe a new type of food comes out, or maybe a new type of movie comes out, or maybe some new system comes out, or some new product comes out, right? Or some new way of doing things comes out. You may be going from imperial to metric. If you are adamantly against it, like I'm talking wholeheartedly, irrationally against it, you know what that tells me? You can't accept yourself. The reason you can't accept the world, the reason you can't accept new things, the reason you can't accept things as they are is because you can't accept yourself. Because when you look in the mirror, you don't want to own that. You don't want to see that. You don't want to comprehend that. You want that to be something else. Well, guess what? It's not going to be. The reason you can't accept the world, the reason you can't accept new things, the reason you can't accept different things is because you can't accept yourself. So, what do I mean by that? Now, like I said, there's obviously nuance to this, okay, guys? It's probably going to be the most nuanced argument I'm going to make. But if it is just such a primal rage to a change, then it's just like, okay, where is this stemming from? Like, seriously, where is this stemming from? Because, guys, I hate to break it to you, everything's always changing. The sun goes up, the sun goes down. The water flows. You drop a water in the river, you drop a, I don't know, you put a stick in the river's going to carry it away. It's always changing. You wake up, guess what? You're one day older. 6 hours from now, guess what? You're going to be hungry. You're going to have to use the bathroom. You have to take a shower. It's always changing. It's always changing, guys. So to sit there and say that this should be absolutely static, that this should be stagnant, oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. You need to be flexible and nimble so that when the winds of change blow, you don't get ripped apart in half. Or you build such a fortress that you never get fresh air ever again. When the winds of change are blowing, you have two options. You can either build a wall or you can build a windmill. Which one are you going to choose? You can choose the wall. Absolutely, you can choose the wall. You can say, I resist this. I deny this. I don't want nothing to do with this. Okay. But if you say that I can build a windmill, oh, well, maybe I can grow from this. Maybe I can learn from this. Maybe I can harness this. Maybe I can integrate this. Obviously, not everything new is good. There are going to be some new things that are going to come by that are not going to be good for you. They can come up with a new drug, absolutely. They can come up with a new way of self-harm, absolutely. Not everything new is automatically good. So don't assume that I'm saying that. But at the same time, if there's no good reason for you to be against it, why in God's green earth are you still against it? I mean, at that point, it'd be like, hey, buddy, you know what? You don't like it? Cool. Why don't you just try to be as neutral as you can be and let us operate? Why don't you let us use it? You don't want to use it? No one's forcing you to. You don't like it? That's fine. No one's going to force you to use it. Let us use it. We need it. We want it. So, the reason you can't accept the world, the reason you can't accept changes is because you can't accept yourself. Because what happens is that when you come across something new, it shakes you. And you had a fragile foundation to begin with. You were on, like, basically stepping on eggshells, okay? That's how fragile you were. Your image was extremely fragile. And this new thing, this new stimulus, this new situation is now rattling your very delicate image. And you don't want to deal with the fact that your image is delicate, or you don't want to deal with the fact that this may be exposing something about yourself that you don't want to see. But when your image is that low, when your image is that small, when your security is that weak, yes, everything that comes by is going to be scary, it's going to be frightening, and it's going to probably cause some sort of primal reaction. I really hope you can get through that. And I mean that as one human being to another. Is that if the latest trend honestly gets under your skin that hard, I really hope you can get through that. I really hope you can learn how to toughen up a little bit. That you can have such a, because right now you're in such a weak place that you have no choice but to be thrown around. But like I said, you can't accept the world because you can't accept yourself. If you can't accept the good you're doing, if you can't accept the bad you're doing, if you can't accept your faults, if you can't accept your shortcomings, if you can't accept your weaknesses, if you can't work on those said things, if you can't harness those things, then yes, you know what? The latest trend will piss you off because it's going to expose something about yourself that you don't want to see, or it's one more thing that you have to do, and you can't even get that side of yourself put together, let alone coming to terms with this new thing. You got you got a backlog of about 100 things you should have been working on the last 20 years, and this new thing just gets thrown onto that pile. Yeah, okay, I get it. It is one more thing. I get that, but why is your backlog so backed up, huh? Maybe you need to start working on yourself. Maybe you need to turn off your TV. Maybe you need to turn off your phone. Maybe you need to turn off your tablet, and you need to start doing some soul searching. You need to start figuring out what makes me tick. What value do I bring? What pisses me off? What dreams do I have? What fears do I have? Get all that written down. Get all that written down. What are you good at? What are you bad at? What are your dreams? What are your fears? What are your ambitions? What are your talents? Get all that written down. Then that way you can say, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have to be pissed off because this new trend came out. Maybe I don't have to be pissed off because this new policy started. Maybe I don't have to be pissed off because this new perspective is now taking over. I know who I am. And who I am is not going to be shaken by the world. Who I am is not going to be shaken by the trends. Who I am is not going to be shaken by the latest thing. My existence exists outside of all that. My perception of myself is independent of what's going on in the world. So why do I have to be pissed off if the world does something different? Am I truly hurting anyone? Am I truly proving a point, or am I just hurting myself? I hope you can work on that. If this video applies to you, I really hope you can work on that. And I'm wishing you the speediest recovery, and I'm wishing you the most holistic and the most comprehensive acceptance of yourself, and also just the easiest duration possible for the rest of your time on this planet. I really mean that. I want you to have nothing but peace and healing for the rest of your days if you are truly at that place right now. And if you decide you don't want peace and healing, then that's okay too. I'm still going to be over here. But if you do want peace and healing, I sure hope you can get it. All right, guys, I'll see you for the next one.